Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? I hope you're doing fine because I am doing great, apart from the cold, of course. Yeah, if you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome to my family. Here we discuss life issues. I talk about my faith, I talk about parenting, I talk about marriage, I talk about motherhood and everything. I get inspiration to talk about. I feel this is where I have my voice to speak and learn as well. So please consider subscribing so that each time I upload a new video you get notification, and in turn you also help me. Yes, please subscribe, do not fail to subscribe, por favor. So my people of God, today there's something I want to talk about. Honestly, I think it has to do with whatever it is you are. I don't want to say it has to do with you know Africans or immigrants. No, it has to do with, well, let me go ahead with what I want to talk about today. So I came across a video on this, that was last week. Yes, I don't know the woman's name, but her channel name is Story of Motherhood, where she talked about her getting a job after 5 years. So towards the end of the video, I saw where she was really agitated. Honestly, she was really agitated, where people are talking down on her, doing a cleaning job abroad, and she was so furious and angry. I felt really bad for her, but if it was somebody I know I could talk one on one, I could talk to her, I would have told her. I don't understand why some people derive joy, in bringing another down. Okay, this is something, she said she had not worked for 5 years and eventually she got a cleaning job. Obviously, she was idle. Would you have preferred if she was idle? See, I want to, first of all, anyway, I want to talk to people that are doing something legit to make ends meet. It doesn't matter. I'm so concerned about this because I faced or somebody has told me a similar thing. That was when I had my second son. My first son was about 2 years and some months when I had my second son. So my plan, because of the situation of this country at that time, and still the same, you don't have help. So for me, my kid, everything in life is about priority. My kids are my priority. So since my husband was working, and I just wanted to have my kids, because then around 2009, no, 2011, that was when I had Giovanni. Yeah. So at that time, we didn't have all this networking business, or maybe it wasn't as common as it is now. So maybe that would have been my option, but then there was nothing much like that. So the only thing I could do was in kids first. I decided to have all my kids, the three. Then my plan was to have three. So I just wanted to just have the three, before then they will get to a certain, they will start school. Then I'll now look for a job. Okay, while I was taking care of my children at home, someone, a neighbor, contacted me that I should help her take care of her child because she was working and her husband was also working. So she asked me to take care of her child at that time, so that at the end of the month she'll give me some money, which I gladly accepted. I didn't lose anything. It's as if I'm still taking care of my children, right? So I accepted. So somebody, around said words like, you graduate, yet you're here, doing a nanny job. Like, I don't understand people. So that at that time, as a human, I felt really bad. And but because I knew I was on a journey in my life, because I was barely 4 years in this country at that time, I didn't understand. I was not used to the language. I couldn't speak the language. I knew that was not where I was going to end. That was not my destination. I knew I was on a journey. And by doing that, all these things I knew, because I don't know how to explain it. I knew I was on a journey. I knew that was not my destination. So that made me, shake off what she said about that. But normally that is meant to break me down. I'm supposed to have maybe an emotional breakdown as a result of that. Like, is it what I'm going to do if I didn't know what I wanted in life? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I want to talk to anybody that is doing something legit. Raise your head up. People that are doing illegal things are proud. Why would you be ashamed of whatever it is you're doing? Okay? So, and I don't know why some people derive joy in bringing people down with their words. People don't know how powerful words are. Do you remember, maybe, or you have seen in the movies, when somebody will be in coma and the doctors will tell you, keep talking to him or keep talking to her, she's listening, in that person's subconsciousness. And if eventually the person comes back, the person will confirm that maybe those words that you were speaking were the things that, they were hearing your voice in their subconsciousness. That is how powerful words are. And people just use it carelessly. Okay, so I want to use this opportunity to tell anybody, whether you're in Africa or wherever it is you are, and you're doing something, maybe not something related to whatever it is you studied, or something you're not, life does not give you, most times life does not give you what you ask for. Don't work for most of the things you want in life. So do not let, people that don't know themselves, make you change who you are or make you ashamed of what you're doing. Do not allow that. Don't allow people to change you. Don't allow decisions of people to change what your plans are in life. Okay, I remember Dr. Paul Eneche. If you know him, if you're a Nigerian and you're a Christian, you know him. He's a trained medical doctor. There was a preaching, one of his teachings. He said during his early days, after work as a medical doctor, from work he will use his car as a taxi just to make ends meet. But today, that was his journey. But today, let me not exaggerate so much. Can he afford to pay like 100 men with cars that are better than that one that he used that time? Of course he can. This is somebody that knows what he wanted. He has always known what he wants. And he didn't mind what people said. Obviously, people will talk, like after your parents spent money and what you're doing is kabu kabu and stuff like that. But now, where he is now, he can turn back and reply those people. But if he had be ashamed of if he was ashamed of what he was doing then, maybe he would just be ashamed begging for food. So as long as you're not begging anybody and they are not paying your bills, just go ahead and do whatever you're doing shamelessly. Don't mind anybody. Like the person that told me what she said. I've left that place, and by the grace of God, I'm not going back there. Then I couldn't afford to give anybody. I didn't have the money to give anybody to take care of my children. But today I can afford it comfortably by the grace of God. So that was my journey. Every great man or every great woman has a story, for God's sake. Why do people derive joy in bringing people down? That is one thing I don't understand. You see, they say givers never lack. It depends on what you give. If what you give is giving people that have little hope, is to break down their hope with your words, you just shame people, talk down on people, what will be your gain? At your time when you need words of hope, what you get are those kind of words that you give people. You will get it, you will not lack it. Whatever it is you give to people, you will receive it. If you sit by the side and listen to what you are telling to another person, if that words are told to you, how will you feel? Please, I want to talk to people that are doing anything. If you're a graduate and the only thing you could find around where you are is to sell crayfish, use your knowledge as a graduate, sell that crayfish, package it very well. There will be a difference. Yes, there is always a difference. So whatever you do to make ends meet, sis, brother, do it shamelessly, do it with pride. There's nothing that beats a man that does whatever he does, whatever he's doing, with pride, without shame. Just do whatever it is you're doing. There is dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor. The Bible said, whatsoever thy hand findeth, do it with all thy might. There is no food for a lazy man. Don't mind anybody that says anything. If you leave that job, And it will be worse if you leave that job. And those people that are saying those things are the people that you go for to ask for help. That is, you don't know anything you want to do in this life. Okay? Just whatever it is you're doing it and it's legit. Keep your head up and doing it. Be focused. Don't face front. When you get there, you will reply them if you have the time. But I know if you get there, you don't have the time. Just keep your face, keep your head up. Do what you're doing and focus on God and focus on your journey. You can be a carpenter today and tomorrow you'll be someone that has a furniture house. Don't stop learning. Don't stop investing in yourself, but don't be distracted by all these things people say. You just keep your face up and I know God will help us. And listen to people that will give you hope when you lose hope. Listen to people that will encourage you when you feel down. And to people that are doing what they are doing, kudos to you. Keep doing. It might not look like it, but one thing I know, it will surely pay. They say God will raise you up. God does not throw up. And when God wants to raise somebody, it takes a process. So this is a journey that we are. We will all get there. As long as we are focused, God will raise us up. And this is this. He's just raising up step by step. Okay? Because if he throws you up, you will not understand your growth. So this stage that we are, at every stage that we are learning. So my point is, do not allow anybody to shame whatever it is you're doing. And do not try to change yourself or to try to fake your life. That's just to impress people. It's not worth it. But the only thing you do is just to be happy on your journey to where you're going to. And do not be distracted. So that ignore them and face front. And by the grace of God, we'll get there. Yes. With that, I've come to the end of this video. So please let me know what you think. If you have you been in a situation where somebody says something terrible about you so much, please share with us. Share with me. And I will see you very, very soon in my next one.